Euh, Pendant quelques minutes, je serai la de Dr Samira. Veuillez patienter, s'il vous plaît. Merci d'avance. Bien sûr, la formation est accessible à tout le monde et même pour ceux qui sont hors de l'université, vous pouvez la partager à qui que ce soit et il peut assister à cette formation. Et surtout, n'oubliez pas de remplir le formulaire pour recevoir votre certificat de participation à la fin de la formation. Quelques minutes et Dr Samira sera là, Inch'Allah. Chers étudiants et participants à la formation, bonjour à vous tous et bienvenue au troisième, cinquième et sixième cours de la formation de l'apprentissage de la langue anglaise pour les débutants avec Dr. Fouad Chaoui. Dans le troisième cours, faire des courses et achats, vous apprendrez les achats et prix, les vêtements et produits personnels, les préférences, les démonstratifs et comparaisons. Dans le cinquième cours famille, vous apprendrez la vie de la famille, les noms comptables et incomptables, quantifiers, present simple, present continuous. Dans le sixième cours sport, vous apprendrez les sports et les routines des exercices, present simple et les adverbes fréquents. Accordons maintenant la parole à Dr. Fouad. Dr. Fouad, la parole est à vous. Vous pouvez commencer votre formation.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my dear students. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to online English language training sessions. Are you ready? So let's get started. So I will start with lecture 3 here, as you see. Shopping, learning outcomes. So by the end of the lesson, you will be able to understand vocabulary associated with shopping and prices, clothing and personal items, and discuss preferences. You will learn about demonstratives like this, that, these, one, and once. And also you will learn about questions, how much, and which. Finally, so you will be introduced to comparative forms. Part 1, shopping vocabulary. As you see here, so I have questions for you. Question number 1, do you like shopping? Question number 2, why do or don't you like shopping? Question 3, how often do you go shopping? Question number 4, what do you like shopping for? Question number 5, what is your favorite shop and why do you like it? And question 6, do you like shopping on the internet? So please write down your answers in the chat box.
Pour répondre, soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
So who likes shopping here?
Donc, nous avons tout d'abord Ahmada Sormaya. I don't like shopping.
Mm-hmm. Ahmed, okay. So you don't like shopping, okay. Even shopping on the internet, Ahmed?
Because
Okay.
it can get more time.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Okay. For me, so I like shopping very much. I usually go shopping twice a week. Okay. So let's move on now. Kinds of shops, examples. Here we have department store or universal store, grocery, food store, butchers. We buy meat there. Greengrocers, we buy fruits and vegetables. Bakers, bread and biscuits. Fishmongers, we buy fish and crabs. News agents or bookstore. Chemists or drugstore or pharmacy. Appliance shop. It, of course, buys electrical devices, stationery, office and school supplies, gift shop, sportswear, cosmetics, where you can buy, for example, lipstick, creams, lotions, jewelry store, so where you can buy rings, bracelets, and so on. So how can we pay? You can pay in cash or with real money. You can pay by credit card. You can enter your PIN number. You can pay with a gift voucher. You can get a discount or you can get a refund. Let's move on to this activity now. As you see here, we have 6 photos, okay? So let's match these photos with the right words, okay? So here I read for you: try on, trolley, coins or change, cash desk, queue, bill or note. So please write your answers in the chat box.
Pour répondre aux questions, écrire vos réponses sur la chat. Vous pouvez lever la main.
Are you ready?
Nous répondons. Je
How
réponds.
would you, yeah, would you,
Répondre aux questions de Dr. Soura. Veuillez, s'il vous plaît, soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
okay, let's check the answers. Photo number 1, as you see here, so coins or change. Photo number 2, bill or note. Photo number 3, try on. Photo number 4, cash, desk. Photo number 5, queue. And photo number 6, trolley. I continue. Yeah, thank you, Ahmada, for your answer. Good. We continue now with these words: so stationery, butchers, chemists, department store, and appliances. So here in photo number 1, we have butchers. Photo number 2, appliances. Photo number 3, so chemists. Photo number 4, sorry. So photo number 4, this is department store, and this is chemist, okay? Okay, now let's move on to these definitions now. So, cashier, someone whose job is to receive or give money in a shop. Bank, cash register or till, a machine in a shop or other business that records sales and into which money received is put. Trolley, so a small vehicle with 2 or 4 wheels that you push or put to transport large or heavy objects on. Boutique, so a small fashionable shop, especially one that sells clothes. Receipt, so a document that you get from someone showing that you have given them money or goods. Promotion, so the process of attracting people's attention to a product or event. Change room or fitting room, so a room where people can try on clothes before buying them in a shop. Bargain, so something you buy that costs much less than normal. Upmarket, so it's used to describe products and services that are of high quality compared to others. Affordable, so cheap enough for ordinary people to afford. Browse, so to look at things in a shop without being sure whether you want to buy anything. Okay, so to consider how things or people are similar and how they're different. Purchase, to buy something. Queue, so a line of people waiting for something in a shop or similar place. Okay, here now we have, as you see, a list of clothes. Example, so here, this is a coat, this is a hoodie, this is a jumper or sweater, this is a raincoat, this is a suit, these are shorts, trousers, a skirt, this is a shirt, and this is a t-shirt. Here, as you see, we have examples of footwear like trainers, boots, slippers, a pair of shoes, and flip-flops. Continue, so with more examples here, accessories like eyeglasses, scarf, belt, hat, this is called cap, gloves, this is a tie, ring, socks, necklace, and earrings. Now, let's move on to part 2, comparatives. So, in this part, of course, we're going to talk about comparative and superlative forms. The use of comparatives and superlatives. One, we use comparatives to compare one thing, person, or action with another. Example, she is taller than me. Example number two, London is more expensive than Rome. Okay. Two, we use superlatives to compare somebody or something with the whole group. Example, she's the tallest in the class. Another example, it is the most expensive hotel in the world. Okay, let's compare now. The cat is small. The hamster is small. As you see here, so the hamster is smaller than the cat. Another example, he is old. She is also old. The woman is older than the man. Example number three. So J9 costs $400. S7 costs $1,000. Compare. So J9 is cheaper than S7. Porsche is fast. Ferrari is fast. Let's compare. Ferrari is faster than Porsche. Rule number one. Oh, the hamster is smaller than the cat. The woman is older than the man. J9 is cheaper than S7. Ferrari is faster than Porsche. So don't forget to use then to connect the words. So here, short adjectives like old, fast, cheap, small, we add er. So we have older, faster, cheaper, smaller. Okay? Exception now. So the exception to the rule is the adjective good. Example, Ibrahimovic is good. Cristiano Ronaldo is good. Let's compare between both. So Neymar is better than Gabriel Jesus. Miami is hot. Rio is hot. Comparative form. So Rio is hotter than Miami. Joseph is fat. Mark is fat. Let's compare. So Mark is fatter than Joseph. So rule number two. Short adjectives ending in consonant plus vowel plus consonant. We double the last consonant and add er, like hotter, bigger, and fatter. The exception to the rule is the adjective bad. So look at this example. Cigarette is bad. Cocaine is bad. So comparative form. cocaine is worse than cigarettes. Example here, English is easy, Spanish is easy. Let's compare between both. So English is easier than Spanish, or Spanish is easier than English. Next example. Tom Cavalcanti is funny. Paulo Gustavo is funny. Paulo Gustavo is funnier than Tom Cavalcanti. Rule number 3. So short adjectives ending in consonant plus y. So drop y and add ier, like easier and funnier. Continue. So another example here. Russian is difficult. Chinese is difficult. Let's compare between both. So Chinese is more difficult than Russian. Here we have another example. So Cherokee is expensive. BMW is expensive. BMW is more expensive than Cherokee. Continue. Rio is beautiful. Queenstown is beautiful. Comparative form. So Queenstown is more beautiful than Rio. Rule number 4 now. So adjectives with 2 or more syllables, we add more before the adjective, like more difficult, more expensive, more beautiful. Let's practice now. So use the words below to form sentences. Okay? And make comparisons. I'll take 5 minutes, okay? Think about this activity. I will give you the first example, okay, here. So here we have, so chemistry, difficult, and English. We can say chemistry is more difficult than English, okay? Or English is more difficult than chemistry. So think about the other examples. You have 5 minutes.
Vous avez 5 minutes pour compléter cet exercice. Vous pouvez le compléter soit en chaque fois en levant la main pour prendre la parole. Merci d'avance.
Are you ready now? Okay. So let's check the answers. Example number 2. You have he told his brother. Comparative form, he is taller than his brother. 3. Bill Gates, rich Roberto Justus. Comparative form now. Bill Gates is richer than Roberto Justus. Example 4. iPhones are faster than Nokia. 5. Sarah is younger than Bruna. 6. Pizza is better than chocolate. 7. Salad is healthier than meat. And example number 8. TV are more expensive than tablets. Activity number 2 now. So my dear classmates, now let's think about this activity now. Choose the correct alternative. 5 minutes. You have 4 examples, so please think about the right answer.
Donc,
Take your time.
Vous avez ça pour compléter cet exercice. Mais s'il vous plaît, complétez et participez aux exercices. D'accord? Soit vous pouvez l'écrire soit sur le chat, soit vous pouvez lever la main pour prendre la parole.
Are you ready? Okay, so Ahmada.
Ahmada, 1A, 2A, 3C, 4C.
Okay. Thank you, Ahmada. So let's check the answers. So Argentina is bigger than England. So answer A is correct. Example number 2. Thomas is more intelligent than...
Mohamed Abdallah vient de répondre. 1B, 2A, 3C, and 4C.
Okay, thank you, Mohamed Abdallah. Let's check your answers now. Okay, so example number 2, Thomas is more intelligent than Edward. So answer A is correct. 3, Sao Paulo is noisier than Ribeirão Preto. So answer C is correct here in example 3. Example 4, notebooks are better than tablets. So answer C is correct. Okay, let's continue now. What is an adjective? Adjective is a word which describes a noun. Like, for example, here, the noun car. Here we have adjectives that describe this noun, like big, so big car, fast car, expensive car. We have one-syllable adjectives like fast, big, cheap, long. Two-syllable adjectives like happy, crazy, dirty. Three-syllable adjectives like important, wonderful. So here you have more details about preferences, comparisons with adjectives. Okay, so you have one-syllable adjectives like old, comparative form older, safe, safer, bigger, hot, hotter. Adjectives ending in Y. Example, noisy, comparative form noiser, dirty, comparative form dirtier. Adjectives with two or more syllables, like boring, comparative form more boring, beautiful, more beautiful. Irregular adjectives, so good, comparative form better, bad. Comparative form worse, far, comparative form farther. Examples of preferences. So, which one do you prefer? So, to ask about preferences, so you say, which one do you prefer? Example, you answer, I prefer the leather one. Which one does she prefer? She prefers the leather one. Okay, which one do you like better or more? I like the leather one better or more than, for example, the other one. Here you have more examples, like that one is cheaper than the wool one. This one is nicer than the wool one. Okay, I continue. Now I move on to part 3 here, demonstratives. Demonstratives, one and ones. So here, as you see, this is used with singular nouns, is plural noun, that we use it with singular noun, and those we use it with plural noun. So this and these are used for things and people near the person who speaks. That and those are used for things and people far from the person who speaks. More details. So demonstratives are used to identify or point out a particular item or items like people, things, places, and animals in reference to the speaker. Example, so here we use these or this near speaker, so that those, so these things or people are far from the speaker. This, so this refers to a singular noun, person, thing, place, or animal near the speaker. Example, this is my baby. Okay. Adjective example, this car is pink. That, so that refers to a singular noun, person, thing, place, or animal far away from the speaker. Pronoun example, that is our dog over there. Adjective example, that bus is full. Okay, so let's continue. These, so these refers to plural nouns, people, things, places, or animals near the speaker. Pronoun example, these are not my kids. Adjective example, these books are interesting. Those refers to plural nouns, people, things, places, or animals far away from the speaker. So pronoun example here, those are workers on strike over there. Adjective example, those people are angry. Summary of rules. So let's sum up now. So here, as you see, so look at this table. You have nouns near you or the speaker. So we use this with singular nouns, okay? We use that with nouns from, far from you or the speaker. With the plural nouns, we use is, okay, with nouns near you or near the speaker. And we use those with plural nouns, okay? With things that are far from. So let's now take 5 minutes to do this quiz.
Donc, vous avez 5 minutes pour compléter sur ce quiz. Veuillez, s'il vous plaît, soit écrire sur le chat, soit lever la main pour avoir les paroles. Mhm. Mohamed Abdallah, this. Mhm. Les autres? Ahmad B. This. Reste Azra. Juste Azra. Azra. This. Donc, les réponses, Abdallah répond de Ahmad par this, par B. Et Azra, this is. Donc, jusqu'à l'arrivée du docteur, veuillez faire en sorte que vous vous êtes inscrit sur le formulaire et pour recevoir votre certificat de participation à la fin de la formation. Et n'oubliez pas de suivre la page officielle de l'université sur les réseaux sociaux pour savoir toutes les actualités et toutes les nouveautés de nos séminaires, ateliers et formations à l'université. Bien sûr, vous pouvez le partager avec vos camarades, vos collègues et vos amis, car les séminaires, formations et ateliers sont accessibles à tout le monde et ils sont tous les bienvenus, qu'ils sont de l'université ou hors l'université. Le docteur reviendra bientôt. Veuillez patienter, s'il vous plaît. Merci pour avoir répondu aux questions. Amanda, elle veut vraiment répondre. So A is the best. Donc, vous voulez changer votre réponse et dire que vous voulez A. OK. Euh, Docteur Samira sera bientôt disponible. Veuillez patienter, s'il vous plaît. Concernant accessible à tout le monde et séparé pour les ateliers et les formations. Elles sont tous accessibles, que ce soit pour les personnes qui sont de l'université ou hors de l'université. Vous pouvez les partager à qui que ce soit, à vos collègues, à vos camarades de travail, à vos amis, à vos sœurs et frères. Ils peuvent tous participer et ils sont les bienvenus car ce séminaire, atelier et formation sont accessibles à tout le monde. Mais n'oubliez pas surtout de vous inscrire sur le formulaire pour recevoir le certificat de participation à la fin de chaque séminaire, formation et atelier. Dans quelques minutes, et Dr. Samir, bien sûr, si vous voulez répondre, comme nous l'avons dit, vous pouvez soit écrire sur le chat, soit lever la main. Donc, Dr. Samira, voici les réponses des
Hello?
étudiants. Nous pouvons vous entendre, Dr. Samira. Euh,
Hello?
Nous pouvons vous entendre.
Okay, so
Voici les réponses.
are you
This,
ready now? Okay, let's check the answers. Okay.
this, this is, tout le monde a voté pour this.
Example number one.
Oui,
So the right answer is this. This is my friend Ted. We have singular noun plus near. So the speaker is near here, okay, the other people. Absoi, bonjour, merci. Okay. Example. So this is my friend Lisa. So singular noun plus far. Okay, so Lisa here is far from the speaker. So we use that. Demonstrative that. These are my friends, Ted and David. We have plural noun plus near. Those are my friends, Gloria and Lisa. We have plural noun plus far. Voila. So this is the end of lecture 3. Do you have any questions here concerning this lecture?
donc pour ceux qui ont des questions, veuillez s'il vous plaît, soit lever la main, soit l'écrire sur le chat.
Question time.
Ok, qui ont des questions? Qui ont des questions? Hein. Donc, personne n'a des questions à Dr. Souad? Hein.
No questions?
Personne n'a des questions.
Okay, so let's move on to lecture 5 now. Let's get started. Lesson 5, family. Learning outcomes. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Understand vocabulary associated with family life. 2. Exchange information about the present. 3. So you will learn about countable and uncountable nouns and quantifiers. 4. You will be introduced to the simple present tense and the present continuous. Part 1, family vocabulary. Here we have a question. So, is family important to you? Explain why.
Donc, pour répondre, soit levez la main, soit écrivez-le sur le chat.
I'm waiting for your answers, my dear students. So, I repeat, the question is family important to you? Explain why.
After yes, they are. Ok, pourquoi? Why? Si vous voulez participer totalement, vous pouvez lever la main.
Of course, family is so important. Okay. Let's move on now. Family, so words for this lesson. We have some definitions. So, a new vocab here about family. Immediate family. So, parents, spouse, children, siblings. So, my immediate family are my dad, mom, and 2 sisters. Parent, father or mother. Extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. Example, I have a large extended family with many nieces, nephews, and cousins. Nuclear family, parents and their children. Spouse, husband, or wife. A relative means a person in the same family or family member. Sibling, so means a brother and sister. An only child, a child who doesn't have any brothers or sisters. So how many people are there in your immediate family? Okay, so to answer this question, you can say, for example, there are 4 people in my family. Okay, so you should say who these people are. Example, I have 2 sisters, 1 brother, my uncle, 2 grandparents, and my parents, of course. Or you can say 4 people make up my immediate family. My dad, my sister, and my 2 brothers. They all live close to me, except for my youngest brother who moved away because of his work. Now, what about you, my students? Okay, so how many people are there in your family? Take 5 minutes. Think about the answer.
Donc, vous avez 5 minutes pour répondre à la question de Dr. Swad. Veuillez répondre soit en levant la main, soit en écrivant sur le chat.
Afswa, so your answer is not clear. Sorry, there are?
There are you.
What do you mean by this? Okay, so I didn't understand your answer.
I think that
I feel
they didn't, they didn't recognize or ils n'ont pas compris la question. They didn't
I
get
repeat.
the question.
So I repeat. So okay, I repeat for you. How many people are there in your immediate family? So, for example, as I said, you can say, I have a sister or two sisters and one brother. So tell me about your family members. Est-ce que vous avez des sœurs, des frères? Vous êtes combien de personnes dans votre famille? C'est ça la question normalement. Yes?
Ok, nous attendons vos réponses.
Afswa?
Ah, Ahmada vient de lever la main. Ahmada, la parole est à vous. Ahmada,
Yeah, everyone.
veuillez lever le son, le volume de, s'il vous plaît, nous vous entendons pas très bien.
Okay, hi everyone.
Good morning. Nous attendons votre réponse.
Yeah.
Before now, my family are 6 people, but now there are 4 people in my family, 3 sisters and 1 brother. They all live far to me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your answer.
Okay, Afswaf, I have 10 siblings.
Okay, thank you, Afswa.
Mohamed, est-ce que vous...
Okay, I move on now. Do you have a large or small family? So, example here, my immediate family is small as I am an only child. So it is just my parents, my husbands, and me. But I have 2 uncles and many cousins. I have grown up in a large family with 3 younger siblings, 2 brothers, and a little sister. Now I am married and have 3 children myself. Do you have any brothers or sisters? How many brothers or sisters do you have? So, to answer this question, you can say, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. Example, I just have one sister, or I am an only child. Okay? Well, I have a half sister. My parents got divorced when I was 16. Then my father remarried and they have a daughter. So, half sister or half brother means you have only one common parent. Divorced means no longer married because this marriage has been legally ended. Separated means no longer living with your husband or wife. Are your brothers and sisters older?
Docteur?
Yes, I'm here. So, are your brother and sister older or younger? Where are you in the family? So, you have an example. I have two brothers and one older sister. I am the youngest in the family. Or, I just have one sister who is 5 years older than me. I am the middle child. My brother is 2 years older, and I have a younger sister who is finishing university this year. I continue. So, another question here. What does your family usually do on Sundays? So, this question is for you, my students. Take 5 minutes, think about.
Donc, vous avez 5 minutes pour répondre à la question. Pour répondre à la question, vous pouvez la
Yeah.
répondre en écrivant sur le chat ou en levant la main.
So,
Donc, vous pouvez réfléchir à la question et nous attendons votre réponse. Pardon, vos réponses.
two questions here, of course, okay? You have two questions.
Et vous pouvez répondre en levant la main ou en écrivant sur le chat. Hein? Euh, je crois qu'Armada a la réponse. Veuillez patienter, s'il vous plaît, jusqu'à le retour de docteur. D'accord? Bien sûr, n'oubliez pas de vous inscrire sur le formulaire pour recevoir votre certificat de participation à la fin de la formation. Dr. Fouad,
Are you ready now? Let's check your answers.
ok. Ahmada, la parole est à vous. Ahmada,
Yes.
ok, répondez aux questions suivantes. What does your family usually do on Sunday?
Yeah, I think they usually stay home. I haven't family living abroad except me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Ahmed. Let's continue now. Here we have the family tree, family members, father, mother, daughter, son, children. So here we have twin sister, older sister, younger brother, baby brother, grandmother, granddaughter, grandson, grandchildren, grandfather. So this is an extended family. And this is a nuclear family. Okay, now part 2, countable and uncountable nouns. Let's explain now this part in more details. Part 1, countable nouns. Okay. Example, 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 1 cookie, 2 cookies, 3 cookies, 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes, and 3 tomatoes. So, as you see here, countable nouns have singular and plural form. Uncountable nouns. Examples. So here we have butter, coffee, meat, sugar. So, unlike countable nouns, uncountable nouns don't have singular and plural forms, but they have measuring units and quantifiers. So, 3 measuring units. So, countable and uncountable nouns can be measured with a measuring. Examples, cat, like a cup of water, glass, spoon, bowl, bottle, like a bottle of water, can, jar, gallon, bag, box, slice, like a slice of pizza, for example, a bunch of flowers, dozen, pint, quart, liter, kilogram, and pound. So all of these are called measuring units. Let's move on to, for now, quantifiers. Of course, countable, both countable and uncountable nouns can be measured with quantifier. Examples, you have a, an, some, any, much, many, a lot of, lots of, a little, a few, how much, and how many. So what are quantifiers? Okay, definition. So quantifiers are a type of determiner which denote and precise quantity and they modify nouns. They are different to numbers as they don't indicate precise quantities. The most common examples are some, any, much, many, a lot, a few, several, enough. We have three types of quantifiers as you see. Quantifiers of large quantity like much, many, lots of, plenty of, numerous, a large number of. Quantifiers of small quantity like few, a few, little, a little, not many, not much, a small number of, and so on. Natural or relative. Quantifiers like some and any, each and every, and whole. A and N. So we use A and to talk about singular countable nouns. Example. Here, sorry, you have the nut, a lemon, an egg, an apple. Okay? So all of these are singular countable nouns. Any, so we use any to talk about plural countable nouns and incountable nouns with negative and interrogative form. Let's have a look at these examples. So, there isn't any cheese. Is there any cheese? There aren't any banana. Are there any bananas? I continue. Some. So we use some to talk about plural countable nouns and incountable nouns with affirmatives, offerings, and requests. Other quantifiers. Here we have big, quantity, and small quantity. So with big quantity nouns, we use many with countable nouns, a lot of with both countable and incountable, and much with incountable nouns. Small quantity nouns, so we use a few with countable nouns and a little with incountable nouns. Difference between how much and how many. We use how many to ask about plural countable nouns and how much to ask about incountable nouns. Okay, now let's move on to talk about the present simple and present continuous. Present simple. So we use the present simple to show an action in the present and a habit. Present simple can be used with adverbs like always, often, usually. So usually, sometimes, never, every day, every week, every year, and so on. Examples here, you have, I always go to school. Robert plays football every day. We like to eat cookies. Form of the simple present, we have verb plus s or es. Okay? We use the present continuous now. We use it to show that an action is happening now at the moment of speaking. The present continuous can be used with words like now, at the moment, look, and listen. Example, I am walking to school. Listen, she is singing. I am eating ice cream. The form of the present continuous is I am, or is, are, plus verb, plus ing. Present simple now versus present continuous. Okay, so here, as you see here, so let's sum up. Now we use the simple present with things that are always true or habits. The present continuous is used with actions in progress and future arrangements. Okay. Here, signals, present simple, you have the frequency adverbs like always, usually, sometimes, once a week, twice a month, on Mondays, and so on. Present continuous, you have at the moment, currently, at present, now, and meanwhile. Okay. Verbs. In the present simple, you have action and non-action verbs, and present continuous, only action verbs. Action verbs versus non-action verbs. So, description. What are action verbs? They are verbs that describe action. Examples: act, bite, cat, dig, do, eat, feel, fall, go, hunt, improve, job, keep, listen, meet, notice, open, prepare, run, sign, teach, use, view, and so on. Tenses, all tenses. Non-action verbs are verbs that describe states or feelings. Example: agree, be, believe, belong, depend, forget, hate, hear, know, like, love, matter, mean, need, prefer, realize, recognize, seem, suppose, and so on. So uses, so tenses, simple tenses only, and not continuous tenses. Notes, so some verbs have an action and non-action meaning. Example, have. I have a big flat. So this is, here we're talking about possession. Non-action, I'm having lunch, eating, action. Okay. So now question time for this lecture. Do you have any questions? Question time. Are you here?
Donc,
Hello?
ceux qui ont des questions, veuillez, s'il vous plaît, soit l'écrire sur le chat, soit lever la main. Aswaf, yes, yes, we are. Donc, vous avez des questions? Aswaf et Ahmada?
Yes.
Ok, Ahmada, posez votre question.
Yeah, I say I'm here, but I haven't a question.
Ah, vous n'avez pas de question, d'accord. Aswaf, avez-vous des questions? Aswaf. Aswaf. Je crois que personne n'a des questions. Vous pouvez continuer votre formation. Docteur?
I'm waiting for the students' questions concerning this lecture.
They got no questions. They don't have
Pas
any
de questions?
questions. Non, pas de questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So now we're going to move on to lecture 6. Okay, as you see here, lecture lesson 6, text 3, titled Sports. Okay, so learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, so you will be able to 1. Understand vocabulary associated with sports. 2. Ask and answer questions about frequency of free time activities. 3. Reinvest the newly acquired language in writing and speaking. Okay, so let's get started. Part 1, vocabulary, all about sports, person and equipment. Definition, what is a sport? So where does the word sport come from? So it comes from Old French disport, originally from Latin deporter, to carry away. It seems that apart from the idea of a physical movement, there was also some connection with diversion, distraction, getting away from, that is fun. So verbs do, play, and go with sports. Let's study the rules. 1, we use the verb play with sports with the ball. Like, for example, play basketball, handball, okay? We use go with sports that end in ing. 3, we use do with material arts and activities that you do in a gym. Examples here. So we say, I do gymnastics, I do karate, I do athletics. 2, we say, I play handball, I play hockey, and I play badminton. 3, I go sailing, I go riding, I go climbing. It's okay?
Est-ce que tout le monde est compris? C'est clair?
Yeah?
Yes, okay.
Any question? Is there a question or?
Est-ce que vous avez des questions? Si vous avez des questions, soit levez la main, soit l'écrivez-les sur le chat. Non, je crois que c'est clair, le docteur.
I continue. So person. So the suffixes er and it are added to a base word to name a person who does an action. Okay. So here we have the sport versus the person. So the sport, example, surfing, surfer, skateboarding, the person's name, skateboarder, swimming, swimmer, biker, so person's name, cyclist, baseball, person's name, baseball player, soccer, so soccer player, basketball, basketball player, tennis player. Okay, now let's move on to part 2, present simple with adverbs of frequency. So in this part, we're going to talk about here, part 1. So what is an adverb? What is an adverb of frequency? 2, where is it located in sentences? 3, present simple. 4, present simple and adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency. So an adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb. Example, he speaks loudly. So here we have adverbs of frequency, adverbs of time, adverbs of manner, adverbs of degree, adverbs of place, and conjunctive adverbs. Adverbs of frequency like usually, never, and so on. Adverbs of time, you have today, yesterday, tomorrow. Adverbs of manner, quickly, badly, examples. Adverbs of degree like much, very, really, extremely, incredibly, too, quite. Adverbs of place such as here, there, everywhere. Conjunctive adverbs like however, nevertheless, and so on. Adverbs of frequency. So an adverb of frequency describes how often an action happens. So there are 6 main adverbs of frequency that we use in English. They're always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. More adverbs. Here we have constantly, frequently, occasionally, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. In sentences, frequency adverbs can be placed at various points in the sentence, but are most commonly used before the main verbs and after be verbs. Example, I always come to work on time. She has never been to London. They're seldom home when we visit. So where is adverb of frequency located? So in the middle of the sentence, so between the subject and verb. So example, I always go to school at 7:30. So here, this frequency adverb always is located between the subject I and the verb go. An adverb of frequency goes before a main verb except with to be. Example, I am always happy. She's always grumpy. I move on. Initial, so sometimes we can use them at the beginning of the sentence, but they're not common in grammar. Now let's sum up here as you see. So we have here the frequency adverb, okay, example, and sentence example. So frequency 100%, we use always. Example, I always go to bed before 11 p.m. 90%, we use usually. Example, I usually have cereal for breakfast. 80%, we use normally or generally. Example, I normally go to the gym. 20%, we have often, frequently. Example, I often surf the internet. 50%, sometimes. Example, I sometimes forget my wife's birthday. 30%, we use occasionally. Example, I occasionally eat junk food. 10%, we use seldom. Example, I seldom read the newspaper. 5%, we use hardly ever or rarely. I hardly ever drink alcohol. 0%, we use never. Example, I never swim in the sea. Okay. Here we have more explanation, of course, adverbs of frequency. So always, donc, ici, you have the translation, okay, toujours, often, c'est-à-dire souvent, sometimes, quelquefois, rarely, or seldom, here, rarement, never, jamais. Okay? So things to remember, adverbs of frequency. Donc, pour dire à quelle fréquence on fait ou ne fait pas quelque chose, pour répondre à la question how often, example, how often do you make your bed? I always make my bed before having breakfast. Now, question for you. Can you describe your daily routine using frequency adverbs? Example. I usually get up at 7. I always eat breakfast in the kitchen with my family. My favorite breakfast is cereal. Okay? Aim to include at least 5 different frequency adverbs, extra details such as rooms, who you do activities with, opinions, likes, and dislikes. So take 5 minutes now, okay? And describe your daily routine using frequency adverbs like the following example. Okay?
Donc, vous avez 5 minutes pour répondre aux questions. Vous pouvez répondre en écrivant sur le chat ou en levant la main. Donc, je répète, vous avez 5 minutes pour répondre à la question du docteur Fouad. Vous pouvez répondre à cette question soit en levant la main, soit en écrivant sur le chat. D'accord?
Now, are you ready? It's time.
Ok, on va voir vos réponses. Ahmada, la parole est à vous. Ahmada,
Yes.
la parole est à vous.
I always get up at 5 p.m. I usually eat breakfast in the cafeteria alone. My favorite breakfast is omelette and some eggs. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ahmada. Well done. Someone else? What about your classmates?
Nous allons prendre Assoif. Assoif, la parole est à vous. Assoif. Assoif. Afin, nous attendons votre réponse.
Mhm.
Pas de réponse. Eh bien, elle n'est pas là. Vous pouvez continuer, docteur.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on. So this is the end of lecture 6. Okay. Questions time about this lecture. So, do you have any questions?
Donc, avez-vous des questions à Dr. Swad? Si vous l'avez vu ici, vous pouvez soit les tête, soit lever la main. Hein? Personne a des questions? Je pense que personne n'a des questions, docteur.
D'accord, okay. So thank you so much for joining my session today. Thank you for participating. Okay, and thank you here for your motivation. See you next time. Goodbye.
Merci à vous tous pour avoir participé à la formation. Vous devez vous inscrire sur le formulaire pour recevoir votre certificat de participation à la fin de la formation. Et bien sûr que cette formation est accessible à tout le monde. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas à les poser avant la fin de cette formation. Merci pour avoir participé à cette formation. Et nous nous verrons, Inch'Allah, le dimanche prochain. Merci beaucoup et à dimanche.
Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.